Make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
I will second that, so a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Does anybody in the audience have any questions or comments pertaining to tonight's agenda? We'll move on to payments and vouchers. First one will be payroll claim register for the pay period of August 11th to August 24th in the amount of $44,661.56. Second one will be August elected pay in the amount of $4,567.99. And third one will be voucher for the period of August 15th to August 29th in the amount of $166,036.22.
I make a motion that we pay payroll claim register of $44,661.56. August elected pay in the amount of $45,67.99, and vouchers for the period of 8/15 to 8/29 in the amount of $166,036.32.
I'll second that. So I have a motion and a second to approve the payments and vouchers as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Adjustment request, we have one, 2025-35 for 214 West Main. Shut off notice mailed to old address, credit fee of $50. Question I have now, are they required to register the renter now at New State Hall?
The renter is allowed to put it in their name. None of us knew the renter moved out. So I don't know how we can prevent that from happening.
So I see a
I know.
cycle here where they're taking it out and we're gonna start waiving their $50
I don't
fees.
know what you can do, you can't monitor that.
No.
That's impossible.
But if they have somebody new come in that property, you'll know the water should probably.
If they put it in their name, yes. Or,
Is it still on now?
I don't know.
If it's shut off, it goes back on, then you probably request.
It could still be on though, because a lot of times Mr. Kepi leaves his on so that they can clean it.
Okay.
So,
Makes sense. Okay, so that's the question I have.
I make the motion we approve adjustment request 2025-35 for $50 credit.
Second that, motion second to approve the adjustment request as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? I guess I would say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion will pass.
It's just a usual.
Just all thanks. In the department reports, start off with police. Matt's not here tonight, but we want me to read a letter. Dear members of the board, I'm writing to inform you that Patrolman Emily McKinley has now successfully completed her 1-year probation period with the city of Butler. It is my pleasure to report that Officer McKinley has demonstrated great performance and made great gains throughout her time as a probationary officer. She has represented the city of Butler and the police department professionally with both her dedication to the community and her role as a police officer. In light of her successful completion of her probationary period, I respectfully request that Patrolman Emily McKinley's probation status be removed. I would like to additionally request an adjustment to her pay to reflect her removal off of probationary status. Officer McKinley's bi-weekly pay rate stands at $2,104, and I'm requesting that her pay be increased to $2,194, which is in line with the standard pay rate for officers who have completed their probationary periods. Thank you for your time and consideration, Chief Matt Fisher. Basically, just standard protocol, we do all probation, same that we did, I think, last meeting with the fire department.
I move to approve Emily McKinley's probation status and to approve the increase of Officer McKinley's bi-weekly pay rate from $2,104 to the increased rate of $2,194.
Second.
The motion and a second to approve, the motion of Officer Emily McKinley as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Fire, Ron's not here, do you have any? I thought you were gonna, bring up the, false alarm.
We talked about it.
Okay, well, we won't go next week here.
Well, the fire department can charge for false alarms if they get called repeatedly to a specific address for a fire alarm going off. We have not charged anybody since I've been here, but that fund has around $30,000 in it, and he would like to use that money towards replacing the water line at the fire station and upgrading it to, I believe, a 4-inch. So just be aware that we'll be working on paperwork to do that, and I think Andy's helping as well.
Yeah, I'll be doing the, actual work, I just, materials.
Yeah,
So depending on the cost of that replacement, in order to replenish those, or
we don't need to replenish it. We haven't used it since I've been here either,
Have you been there how long?
20 years almost, so, yeah, it's just been collecting interest, so.
So you have something to report for next meeting? then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was still working on finalizing some costs, I believe.
All right, Braxton.
I just have one update, and that's the all-star overlap with advanced IT. So we had approved 45 days, and then I discussed with the mayor that if we started this about a week and a half ago, we'd have about 42 days till the end of the month for our allowed overlap. We are officially off of all-star as of today, and that took about a week and a half. Very busy week last week. But we're currently on advanced IT solutions on their management software. All of our stuff is properly moved over. I just need to finalize numbers and see where we're at, but the only overlap I'm seeing is a charge of $1,976, which is just paying for the prorated version of advanced IT. And then while we're also paying for our last month of All-Star that we expected, but no double full month charge of $6,100. So that went better than expected, got that moving along. And that should be the only update I have. I want to see if there's any other charges, but we're pretty sure there isn't anything. The only one we will be continuing to pay them for is our email licensing till May 29th. Then we'll move that off of them, move that either with Nate or Microsoft is debating getting rid of in-between vendors and just charging them directly. So, but that'll come evaluation. I'll probably look at that December or January and just see where their status is on that.
You said that's going until
May 29th of 2026. Just a 1-year contract, and we just migrated over to either having Nate pay for that and we pay him additionally for those licenses or from Microsoft directly.
All right, Andy.
I have nothing for the board.
Okay. Yeah.
I have quite a few things tonight. My first proposal is from American Pump to get new floats, because there's a couple of floats that are bad out in the SDI lift station, and then the controller that controls the floats and the transducer. Got a quote from American Pump to do that work, and all the labor and the parts for $5,567. And that also includes some of the work that they did while they were investigating out there to see what was wrong.
I did see that note in there about the labor, when he was off today, so I called Matt, let us to get a breakdown of that. So he said, for the original $5,567, about $2,600 of it will be parts material. On the service call, solely for labor, to diagnose existing control panel, that was about $1,200. So that gives you about $3,800, then the rest of it is going to be labor for the new road backup. So I seen that on a new, at least I was asked questions on how that was broke down, and he wasn't able to get the billing out because the guy's on vacation, but he did at least roundabout tell us how that broke down. And I was happy with that, I figured you guys might want, you guys might have that same question.
Yeah, that works. So we're waiting until we have the official paperwork? And was that, are we waiting to get the official paperwork?
They'll get billed for that, for the, what was done on August 6th, and the rest of it's for this road backup that he's looking for council to approve the 5567, that'll take care of it.
I move to approve the $5,567 amount provided by American Pump Repair and Service. With that being a $2,600 breakdown for parts and material, bringing in your arms for labor, and to cover the $1,200 cost labor for the existing hall on August 6th.
A second.
The motion is second to approve the SDI lift station float backup as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
Thank you. The next quote I have is for 2 refrigerated samplers out at the industries. During our audit, that was one of their items that we needed to correct on it. We just have regular portable auto samplers out there that aren't refrigerated, and they said ice wouldn't be suitable to use out there to control the temperature. So I got one quote from ISCO, that's $20,126, and then I got one from Hawk, that's $16,130. That's for 2 samplers and shipping for both of them. The ISCO is a little bit more expensive, but I prefer to go with that one just because all of our other samplers are the same brand. All of our tubing, all the pump parts and all that would all be the same across all of them that we already have. So just be easier for training and keeping parts in stock if we ever have to replace anything. And the ISCO samplers also do come with portable parts. I only had them added to one of the samplers because SDI one has an enclosure out there that'll sit in all the time. We'll have to transport pipelines back and forth. So I kept the cart on that. And then the Hawk portable sampler didn't come with a cart or anything. We got that Dahlia.
Say that last part again.
The Hawk sampler doesn't come with a cart or anything. We'd have the Dahlia. It's kind of like, looks like a mini refrigerator, the Hawk one does.
Well, in order to maintain consistency, I move that we approve the ISCO quote for $20,126 and not to exceed that amount.
Second.
Motion and a second. Approve the refrigerated sampler as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
My next quote, I have 4 for sampling. One of them is for compliance sampling out of that industry, so actually two of them are. We have to do compliance testing every quarter at a minimum, just to make sure that all the numbers are correct. And they're passing all of their permit numbers. SDI's quote for four of them for the year was $1,596.40. And then height minutes was $397.60. Believe we'd only have to do 4 per year unless something, came up. But these are quoted for 4 to do them quarterly.
What were those two amounts?
For SDI, it was $1,596.40. And then for Heitman, it would be $397.60. SDI has more just because they have more permit limits that they have to.
Okay.
No, it's not, that's what I was looking, it's not in this packet either.
Which one? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I see
yeah.
it. You see them?
yeah, they're all here.
35, 79, 35, 80.
Okay.
There should be 4 on here.
There's 71.
Gavin, I do have a question on these.
Yeah.
Are we going to be passing the cost of these tests on to SDI and Heitman? Because we have in the past, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, we can pass them on, yeah, that's the required because of them. I think any-
Yeah, that's what, okay. Don, I'll get with you then, so that we can read through the paperwork again.
Okay.
That says that we can do that.
Before we pass this, do we want to reaffirm that or?
No, because either way, we still have to do the testing.
Yeah. And this is just for, just so we see 4 pages back to back. Are you just requesting for the 2 at this moment, but then I
Yeah,
also see
yeah.
2 additional?
Yeah, this is different.
Okay, this is,
I have other questions and stuff for you guys for these ones.
gotcha.
So the 1596 and the 397 is what you're asking for right now.
Correct.
Okay.
We can do that. If you want to go, we can do it. If you want to do it.
Okay. Thank you for the clarity on that. With that being said, I do move that we approve the SDI testing on quote 3579 in the amount of $1,596.40, along with the approval for the Heitman Steel industrial testing quote of $397.60.
I second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the additional lab testing for SDI and Heitman as presented. All in favor? All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
My next one, there's 2 quotes from Element. This is for our local limit update that Commonwealth is helping us with. We have to do testing, in our influent, our city influent, our total influent, and our effluent, and then they use those numbers to put it into a calculation to see what our new local limits should be. Commonwealth would like to do 2 weeks of testing just for more data, better, bigger picture. But they said, well, we could do 1 week if we wanted to. So I spoke with the mayor about it a little bit. He said, ask you guys maybe what you would prefer to do. The 1 week would be $10,138.80, and 2 weeks would be $20,277.60.
Outside of the cost factors, what are the benefits to both? What's the benefit of doing 1 week versus 2 weeks regarding the data that they need? Can you answer that?
I'd say comparison, week-to-week comparison,
Is that,
a week-to-week comparison.
What was that?
Well, if they're doing a week over a week, I mean, but that can fluctuate any time of the year. So is it just, for 2 weeks to get a few extra data points?
Yeah, that was their point. Definitely with the industries, they could dump one weekend and not another. Because they want us to run this 7 days out of the week. So I'll have to come in and do the sampling over the weekend as well.
Gotcha.
Just to catch anything if they dump anything.
Or if you go 2 weeks, you're gonna catch the weekend, the weekend. If they got something on one weekend, not the next weekend, you catch that if that would happen.
So that'd be basically our safety net there.
They did say 1 week was fine, but they prefer to, so I figured I'd leave it up to you guys what you would want to do.
Was it 14 days without a request from Mary or Diane, or that just request from
Commonwealth. He did say that if we did do 1 week, there's always a chance of the EPA coming back and saying that we prefer you to do 2 weeks. There's something in writing that says what you have to do, but
So we could additionally get hit with $30,000 altogether instead of the 2 weeks. Well, on that note, I move that we approve, the additional testing, for IDM and the, on quote ID number 3588, in the amount of $20,277.60.
I'll say.
motion and a second to approve the, contract with Element for local limit updates as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
the last one I have is from Everlark. Do they have this one? Is this in the packet?
No, I just got that one today.
Okay.
We can ask them if they wanna wait, we can wait, or.
I can pass it to you guys as well, but I just seen this today as well. We have 4 of the generators at the lift stations that we're looking to add to the preventative maintenance schedule for the other 6 or 7 that we have around town. The cost to add those other 4 would be $2,780. You guys want to see? If you guys don't want to make a decision today, we can counter.
Is it detrimental that we make a decision today, or will it help him speed up the process?
I think they've already been here for the.
Well, I need time to look over it as well, so we need to just get copies for everybody, please.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to keep this one?
That's my copy.
It's your copy.
I get the original, yeah, I just got this, but like I said, they're not on a preventative maintenance schedule now, and they haven't been. So, they reached out to Jason, I think Mark has told me, they're not on those good owners. It makes sense to keep them on as preventative maintenance with everything else.
Right.
So. But yeah, I wanted to make sure there's done a lot to happen in the, the other ones I asked them to give us a total separate one, because I don't think wastewater budget, and we were across the street and so on, so.
Okay.
We'll get copies. And if we're gonna bring it up, I know it's below 3,000. And that's done, but it seems it is a new contract, we're gonna add it on to additional, existing contract, still has to go through the board. Okay.
Thank you.
That's all I have, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money.
Now,
Last Friday at 3:30 was the last day to submit bids on the Hickory Street property that we acquired. I call it the Fort Penning property. It required a tax sales certificate was acquired through the commissioners and county commissioners. And it was sold, the minimum bid, you set at 8,000. There was one bidder with the minimum bid, it sold. And clerk treasurer has the $8,000 and the mayor signed the deed. And I'd like a motion to approve the sale for giving the mayor authority to sign the deed, if we could please.
I move that we approve the, a sale of $8,000 for the lawful vehicles edition, given the mayor's authority to sign the deed.
A second.
motion second, to authorize the mayor to sign the deed for the Hubble edition, lot 4, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. And
It's been a while since we've had one of these. This is an SRF disbursement request form. This is for the water utility work that was done on North Broadway. We are still working on our water asset management plan, and the accountants finally got done with their portion. So that's what this invoicing is for. Baker Tilly charged us the amount of $4,188 to finish up their portion of the water asset management plan. So I just need permission to request the SRF disbursement.
I move that we approve the SRF disbursement in the amount of $4,188 in reference to the utility work completed on North Broadway.
I'll second.
Motion and second to approve the DRS 68 as presented, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Tracy, anything to the board works?
Nope.
Justin?
No.
We do not have anything. Does anybody in the audience have anything for the board works? Entertaining motion to adjourn. Second. All right, being adjourned 6:56, we'll start up here at 7 o'clock.